Stop! Can you save it?
Yes.
Can you email that?
Well, good morning. It is Sunday on the early side. I'm gonna head up to the barn to see if I can see sunrise. Let's get something done. It'll be fun. It is pre-sunrise and I'm headed north. I don't know if it's on a dare or what. I'm going up to the barn to maybe catch the sunrise over Carmel Valley. I don't know, it's pretty cloudy. I'm not super hopeful. But then get some breakfast and just hang out at the barn. It sounds good. I have my computer and all my paperwork with me. I need to take the safety test that I gave my advanced kids last week because I can't find the answer key anywhere. It seems to be a yearly thing. I just don't know where to store the answer keys that are secure and that I can find the following year. The first couple years I did redo them and revise the wording to make it more clear, and it's interesting how, it's at least interesting to me how you think you can write something that makes sense, and people read it and they're like, wait, what does this even mean? And it's like, oh, alright, maybe there's things more colloquially woodworky that not woodworky people don't understand. Where were we? Oh, the difference between going to bed and crashing. Yeah, my days are so much different than they were a year ago. Like it's all just different. My life used to be Monday through Friday, go to school. On Wednesday afternoons, I would go up to the barn and take a lesson with Greg. Oh, that was when we still owned the horse. So we'd go to the barn over the weekend, but I'd really only take a lesson a week. That was great. And then we'd go home and we'd cook dinner and we'd do coupley things. We'd go out to the movies and we'd watch TV shows and it was kind of idle. But, you know, she was recovering from a broken leg and blah, blah, blah. It was still, like, there was a lot of TV and I'm not that into TV. And my life now is, I wanted to say my life now is way more fun. I don't think that's the right word, but my life is definitely more active. The barn has taken a huge role in my life. I go there as often as I can. I see the people, and hang out with the people, and I'm more interested in creative things. These videos I do, in some ways, I think of them as a creative process, creative outlet. I don't know. I realize I don't shoot them in the way I have shots set up. The shots are pretty predictable. You know, I don't know if by the time this publishes, I will be a better editor and do clever things, but the way they are right now, it's more documentary than anything else. I'm all over the place. All right, sorry about that. But in terms of my life, I'm way more active. Today I'm going to work at the barn. I'm going to do paperwork. By the time I go to bed tonight, hopefully my paperwork is in order. And I think that's a doable thing. I know my wife would like to come in on Friday and move out her half of the stuff that we have not agreed upon because I'm done talking to her. So my plan for the week, starting tomorrow on Monday, is to start moving out my half of stuff with the goal of when she comes in on Friday to take her stuff, I'm out. My stuff isn't there. I'm done. I think that's the goal. So the barn is closed tomorrow, so I think after work I will try and do many trips back and forth to my new place, just moving small stuff. I'm getting to the barn. It is 6:30 in the morning. This will be weird, but I'm gonna go for now. I will see you soon, I guess. Or I don't know. I don't know what the day's gonna hold, but I will certainly keep you posted. Bye.
Milk cup. My eyeball itches.
Place my body, no floor, rested under these lights, boy, I'm drinking. I'm
never fall again! But things don't really feel like fun!
It's like regular lesson?
Not for you. Vincent! Hello, Vincent! Oh, you're so cute.
Why are you laughing? Look at Greg. He sure knows what he's doing.
Well, hi. Today was kind of it was a really interesting day. Oh wait, I gotta go. I'm going out for drinks. I'll tell you more later. I guess real quick, in terms of like tracking things, it was a good day. It was a strange day. I came up early and yeah, I got to the barn early and met up with my barn friends, and then we went out to breakfast. We went to Breakfast Republic, and It's like all was forgiven. All the things that happened yesterday in terms of them being pissed at me was gone, and it was fun, and we hung out, and it was great. And then we went down to the beach where I usually watch sunset, and we flew the drone around. It was silly and it was fun. And then we had our lesson, and that was good. And then I got kind of conflicted because a big thing that happened today, driving wherever we drove, every song on the radio seems to be a breakup song. And it was almost comedic how every song was just sad and about breakups. And yeah, more on that later. I'm still kind of processing everything that happened today, but I think relationship dynamics with my barn friends have changed because I'm feeling a little taken advantage of. More soon. Can I just start by talking about the person I just hung out with? I don't think she likes me in the way that I like her. I think she thinks, like, I think we'll be friends, and maybe that's good enough. Like, she's really, really smart, and I like her approach to life, and she doesn't necessarily want kids, and she loves her horse, and she's funny. I don't know if I present as broken or not. I feel like we just went out for margaritas and nachos and talked for quite a while, maybe 2 hours. And it was just fun. And I like hearing about her and talking to her and just, it's fun to get to know somebody new. She thinks I'm nice. She thinks I'm a nice person. Maybe that's a curse. I find myself excited about the next time I can see her. Yeah, that was the third time in a week we've gone out for something. You know, at very least, I think we can be friends. You know, I went out to Froyo with my barn friends, and the drive was pretty raucous, with a lot of like music at max volume and like shouting and screaming, and like today it didn't feel so much charming as obnoxious. And I hate to say that, but you know, I guess maybe your lens gets colored after after what happened yesterday, I guess. When they flipped on me and iced me out as a result of, you know, their lack of empathy in a way, like not understanding what it's like to be so alone and to maybe like somebody, and the gravity of having somebody ask you out to, you know, to get lunch, how meaningful that could be on so many levels. It could shed light on the lack of maturity in that friendship because they're teenagers. You know, if one started dating a boy, the other one would be jealous, like, oh, she spends all her time with him, blah, blah, blah. Because that's what happens with teenagers. You don't get to that next level of being truly happy for somebody because they've been living in a pretty low state for a long time, and something surprisingly good comes along that makes them happy, and you just want to be like, that's amazing, I'm so happy for you because we're friends and I want you to be happy. And then one of my friends asked me, you know, so we hung out, we went out for Froyo, I stopped and got Domino's, you know, let them pick up Domino's, blah, blah, blah. And one ended up leaving, the other one was like, hey, can you drive me home? And I said no, because I was hoping that the person I got to go out with tonight would be coming back from a trail ride and might want to meet up or might want to talk. I wanted to leave room open for her. I wanted to see her. And I wanted to leave the barn when I wanted to leave and not be running a carpool to drive one of my barn friends home. And she was pissed that I said no, I couldn't drive her home. And called me a jerk or called me an asshole or something like that. In sort of a lighthearted way, but it was still like she didn't get what she wanted, so she said something unkind. I've done that. You know, I'm just getting over somebody who really didn't like hearing no. So I'm not going to let that affect me. I'm going to live my life and do things in a way that feels good. If I feel like I'm betraying a friendship, I will feel bad for that, but I'm not going to be made to feel bad because I said no to driving somebody home. I don't have any kids. I don't have responsibilities or obligations that way, so I'm not going to be made to feel bad because I'm not driving somebody home from the barn. And as a result of that, I got to hang out with one of my other barn friends who I hung out with a lot this summer and just haven't seen as much lately. Me and her and a couple other people, we went on a little hike down in the canyon, and here was the really sweet thing. She was like, let's play a game of like, how well do you know me? So she would ask these questions like, who's her favorite horse? what's the next color pants she wants to get, what's her favorite thing to get from the vending machine, a whole bunch of things like that. And then one of the questions was, who's her best friend at the barn, boy and girl? I was like, girl, and I was kind of guessing at a couple people. And I was like, boy. I was like, there's not too many boys at the barn. So I didn't know. She was like, well, girl, it's this person. And she's like, boys. She's like, it's Ken, which is me. And I was like, oh, like I'm her best friend at the barn. And it was really touching. She feels like I'm her best friend. It was this really sweet reminder of my place at the barn and sort of the unexpected positive influences I can have on people. And I loved it. And I was just like, okay, Ken, you take care of this relationship, because on whatever level, I'm a little meaningful to her. I need to be grateful and thoughtful. You know, I don't think a lot of people get to be thought of that positively, and I'm lucky. You know, whereas the barn's a really special place for me, it's a special place for other people. And where all the people at the barn make me okay, make me happy, make me feel accepted, the same holds true for others. And I have something to do with that. What a wonderful reciprocal relationship that is. God, I'm lucky. Like, sincerely, genuinely lucky. So I've just gotten home and I really need to go upstairs and get my cute dog outside. I love that dog. During the day today, my wife did text me, and it was both bad and good. Basically, she let me know she has the elevator reserved for Friday at 1 o'clock, which I knew because the front desk person let me know that. But she also let me know that she hired movers and will be removing the stuff that we seem to have agreed upon, which tells me she's not expecting me to respond to her, period. It basically says, I have it reserved. I'm gonna take the things that it seems like we agreed upon and put it in storage in San Diego. And if there's anything we disagree upon, we can settle that out later. Which is telling me, gratefully, her boyfriend's not coming into the condo. Good, that's fine. I will get out as much as I can before Friday, and I am grateful that it appears he won't be in my house. And then should I choose to come back to the house on Friday, I will see her. And if I choose not to and just go to therapy, I'll do that. I guess it all depends where I am on Friday. Hello, Winnie. Are you ready to go outside? I need to go outside. I will be back soon. I just remembered something. So she went on a ride today with Larry and somebody else, and in the midst of the ride, she and her horse ended up in a pond, and they went swimming. I heard the story told a couple times today. But as I was hanging out with her and she was cleaning her saddle and doing some stuff, there was a cross breeze through the barn, and like she wasn't dry, and she said that she was cold. And I remembered that I had another sweatshirt in the car, and the car had been warm all day, and I thought, oh my God, this sweatshirt's warm. So I went to the car and I got a sweatshirt and I gave it to her. And when we went out to dinner, she was wearing my sweatshirt. And I know it doesn't mean anything, but it was just sort of like, oh, that was cute. Like, she was wearing my jacket. It's little things, you know, when you're so alone for so long, little moments of connection with somebody else. It's so sweet. It's so nuanced. Like, I really take it to heart. It's really special. Just that moment. It's probably nothing to her. It's probably a throwaway, but she was wearing my sweatshirt. I'll probably look back on this and think, I'm kind of a dork, but in the moment, it was cool. It was really cool. I so wonder, whenever these videos get published, what will anything be? Like, what will my perspective be on whatever day in the future that I'm looking at this video? You know, where I'm processing this. Will I be like, oh my God? Or will I be like, oh my God, she's great? You know, I wonder. I feel like I have friends, and I feel like I have somebody who I'm like, oh, she's neat.